What is going on, my crypto fam? RJ here. And in today's video, we are going to go ahead and go over the latest updates from the CronosNodes project. And it is a lot of information. We're going to go ahead and go over on the Twitter side, and then we're going to go over on the Discord side to kind of show you guys the announcements that has been made and why this kind of gets me super excited for this project. Now, before we get started, if you guys haven't already, please consider smashing that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you guys are new to this channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you guys are notified every single time I upload new content. With that being said, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything in this video and in this channel is meant for education and pure entertainment purposes only, as well as just really raising awareness on potential projects out there that you can invest in. But of course, I treat everyone here as grown adults, so obviously take responsibility for your own actions, do your own research, do your own due diligence, and let's get started. I'm actually looking super tan right now. I've been playing a lot of tennis recently. We just had our first league match yesterday, and then I have my league tomorrow, so almost playing 2 to 3 times a week. So I'm getting a lot of sun. Definitely looking super tan right now. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on in to the flight deck. Welcome to the flight deck, everyone. Let's go ahead and go actually into CronosNodes here. So this is their latest tweet. We are the most advanced token project and the most advanced NFT project on the Cronos chain. Here's why. And so they have a thread down here. Now, instead of going through the thread, I'm just going to go over the first part here. Actually, the second point, which is implementing the EIP 2535, the diamond standard. Okay, a lot of technical jargon that people might not understand. So first and foremost, let's break down what is EIP 2535, just to give you guys like an underlying base of what that is so you guys can understand it moving forward. So in soliditydeveloper.com, the EIP 2535, a standard for organizing and upgrading a modular smart contract system. So here we have it. What is a diamond? We're not talking about diamond programmer hands here, of course. A diamond refers to a smart contract system where functionality and storage is split up into separate contracts. You might already be familiar with the upgrade proxy pattern. It shares some similarities to a diamond. In short, to fix the problems of smart contracts not being upgradable due to the immutability, a proxy pattern deploys 2 contracts, okay? So let's break that down even further, because even that might have sounded like mumbo jumbo jargon for you guys, okay? A smart contract is what the user interacts with and which holds the data. The contract is the immutable part. So how does that actually relate to CronosNodes, and how do we tie that back into the project that we are invested in? This allows us to change the logic contract, okay? So this square on the right here, to the right of the delegate call in this diagram, without changing the underlying data. All you need to do is change the address of the logic contract defined in our proxy, usually done via governance or at a minimum controlled via multi-sig wallet. Okay, so this is what we interact with, the proxy contract, which holds the data on the left side. Okay, that's what's immutable. That's just a proxy contract that actually points to the logic contract. All right, so what that means is, if we go back to the second paragraph here, by implementing EIP 2535, the diamond standard, we are able to roll out new features and upgrades without negatively impacting our community with migration. Okay, so a lot of you guys that have been part of DeFi projects, you know how much of a PITA it is to go from V1 to V2. There's this whole migration process. People need to migrate. They need to get the new contract. They need to add the new contract. And then you do this migration process that the project and the protocol has set up. Big pain in the butt. It's very difficult to upgrade a project. But with the diamond standard, what ends up happening is nothing changes on our side, because they're doing the upgrades and they're doing the rollouts and updates on the logic side. So all this side has to do is it just needs to point to the new contract. So that's really awesome, because this allows CronosNodes to continue rolling out features, rolling out upgrades without negatively impacting the users, so us as investors, okay? And we're gonna show you guys exactly, if we jump into their Discord here, what exactly they just enabled as a feature on their latest rollout. So if we take a look at the Discord, here is their latest update, or their latest announcement on the Discord side by Mopar. No Navy, we have a series of updates to make you aware of. So without further ado, Node caps. Node caps, as you all are aware, we recently polled you all on a prospective NFT node cap on the basis of future and increased sustainability. We would like to announce today that the CronosNodes NFT node mint cap will sit at 150,000 nodes. Once we reach the max number of mints, no further node NFTs will be minted. With a major overhaul to the hijacking feature underway, we will see higher NFT burn rates occur. This will make the node NFTs a deflationary collection. And then for more information, they have a Medium article explaining that. Let's take a pause right there and let's talk about this node cap. The first project I actually really saw implement this was Comb Finance or Comb Financial on the Phantom chain. They went ahead and cut off new minting of nodes, so that was it. If you didn't get to mint any Comb nodes, that was it. So CronosNodes is implementing a node cap, which is really, really good and really, really smart, okay? If we know any other node projects in the past, the ability to mint so many nodes caused an immense and destructive sell pressure on the actual project. So by implementing a cap right off rip with 150,000 nodes, it gives you kind of like that supply and demand factor right from the beginning, because what makes Bitcoin very successful? One, it's a store of value, and two, there's a limited amount, 21 million Bitcoins. So now if we take a look at CronosNodes, they are now telling you there is an absolute cap. But at the same time, it's also deflationary, because if you lose your hijacking, some NFTs are actually getting burned, okay? So moving on into the monthly maintenance fees. The thirst is real. Again, to maximize project sustainability, we have now completed the implementation of wallet maintenance fees. Fees will be due 30 days after the creation of your node. To overcome some sell pressure, we have tiered the maintenance fee required. And we'll see here 1 to 50 node NFTs owned, you'll owe $4.50 per month. And then if you hold 51 plus node NFTs, you're going to pay $9 per month in Crow. And then of course, node fees will be regularly monitored and may be subjected to changes based on the number of market variables. Notice will be given if this changes. And one of the coolest features that I really, really like, which I will show you guys after this, is the auto compounding. The update I'm sure many of you have been waiting for is the auto compounding is now live. You're required to claim all pending rewards before you're able to turn on this feature. Wallets enrolled in auto compounding are still required to claim. The claim is not taxed. On claim, the auto compounding system adds to your allocated rewards and creates a pending CronosNode NFT when available. Pending CronosNode NFTs are redeemable by clicking Purchase New Node on our dApp. And then of course, they have a Medium article on that. So with that, let's go ahead and actually go back into the browser here, and I'm going to go into the dApp. So you'll see here, this is my balance. So I've been able to claim a total of 132.36 Cron already. Obviously, full disclosure, I've told you guys in the live stream, I'm completely 100% ROI'd from this project. So I have no risk. I'm net positive in this actual project, okay? So right now on the right side, you'll see total pending rewards. I have 47.99 Cron pending, which is just equivalent to about $184, which is a really good payday if I wanted to take that out. My current claims tax is 12%. So if you guys are aware, it decreases by 2% every single day. So if I claim my rewards, the build up tomorrow will be at 20%. Then the next day will be 18, 16, 14, so on and so on. Okay. And so you'll see here that the last time I claimed was on the 4th. And you'll see here that I have 12 nodes. Okay. So here are my nodes. I know I have them unnamed, blasphemy, but let's go ahead and go to the auto compounding feature. So if you scroll down just a little bit here, you'll see on the left side here, settings for more options. So you'll click on that. And then on the right side is the new settings. So you'll see here, auto compounding. Enabling auto compounding is free of charge. Auto compounding allocates rewards from all of your nodes towards minting of new nodes tax free. And that is huge because as you guys saw, I would have to pay 12% tax right now in order to claim my nodes. And then of course, if you needed the money immediately, you might be paying anywhere between 14, 16, 18, or 20% in claims. So if you want to do auto compounding, that's a very strong feature because if you get 20 right away, for me, that's 2 days, right? That would be between 16 or 18% claims tax. It would be hurting me a lot if I keep claiming every 2, 3 days and then getting hit by the 16 or 18% claim tax. But right now, what this does is it expedites that process for me, because now I'm going to be able to claim tax-free and use it to allocate towards new nodes. Okay. Now note, disabling auto compounding before the lockout period has ended will incur a 200 Cro early termination fee. Any unclaimed rewards or unminted nodes will remain even after auto compounding has been turned off. So if you guys are aware of how much 200 Cro would look like here on CoinGecko, 200 Cro will look like $35 in a penalty. So that's what happens if you guys disable the auto compounding early before the lockout period. So if you guys see here, the lockout period is 10 days. And then obviously the base penalty is 200 Cro, which we saw comes to about $35. So yes, I'm actually going to enable this, but as you guys saw, what I have to do is I actually have to claim my stuff first. And then here's the monthly maintenance fees. Owning a node enrolls your wallet into a monthly maintenance program. You will be required to pay a small fee to continue earning rewards. This fee is dependent on the number of nodes that you own. If you own 50 or less nodes, then you will pay 25.33 Cro. So roughly $4 USD. If you own more than 50 nodes, then you will pay 50.67 Cro, which is about 8.88 US dollars. This fee is recurring. Okay, so that answers my question, right? So right now I owe 25.33 Cro, which is equivalent to the $4.44. So that's actually really cool. The first fee is not due until 30 days after mint of your very first node, recurring every 30 days. Leased or rented nodes are not subject to the maintenance fees. Any paid maintenance fees are non-refundable. The fees allocated directly to the USGF, which is the Universal Sustainable Growth Fund. In order to pay your monthly maintenance fees, you have to claim any outstanding rewards. Okay, so this is actually really cool. Now that I see that, is because right now you'll see that my next payment is due on June 8th. Oh, actually, you can't see that. Let me close my stuff. I apologize. Okay, so see on the right side, the bottom right-hand side there, I owe 25.33 Cro, obviously plus gas. And you'll see on the very bottom right, my next payment isn't due until Saturday, June 18th at 8:29 p.m., which is really, really cool. It's very exact. So I'm going to pay my $4.44 roughly right now in current market conditions, but it is just going to be straight up 25.33 Cro, which is really, really cool. So I hope you guys really did enjoy that video. I'm really bullish on CronosNodes because they look like they are proactively addressing a lot of the things that made previous node projects fail. They kind of see what had happened. Okay, Strong and Thor being able to mint unlimited nodes caused such damaging sell pressure on the project. So what did they do? They went ahead and put a node cap max, so 150,000. So that'll make leasing and renting your nodes in the future more viable, because people will be like, well, why am I going to lease or rent a node when I can purchase one myself? Well, in the near future, you won't be able to purchase any more nodes. They're going to be completely maxed out. And then of course, they're creating their own DEX, which is called CroSwap. So if you head over to their Discord, they're going to give you a lot of the teasers that's happening right now in CroSwap. And then the node project in itself as an NFT, really, really, really cool stuff. I mean, with the Diamond Standard contract, they were able to enable features in there without having to do a migration. So that is amazing. So because of that, they were able to enable the auto compounding feature and add the monthly tax without us having to do a migration because of the immutable contract. So my plan moving forward with CronosNodes is I'm actually going to claim these rewards. And I'm going to take that as a payday, so $184 minus a 12% tax. And then I'm going to enable the auto compounding feature. So I'm going to lock up my stuff for 10 days. And so every 2 days, I should be able to mint new nodes tax-free without having to be hit with the claims tax. So with 10 days, I should have technically five new nodes available after the 10-day lockout period, which will be really, really cool, right? And I'm going to continue giving you guys updates on this CronosNodes project because this is something I'm really, really excited about. As you guys see, I'm repping the swag. And then of course, if you guys head over to their Discord is also very, very amazing. They have really amazing moderators. They have really amazing members over there. A lot of bullish sentiment, a lot of positive sentiment, which is tough to say in these current market conditions. Everyone's kind of filled with fear. Everyone's kind of filled with doubt. Everyone's kind of filled with negativity. But if you want a breath of fresh air, head over to the CronosNodes Discord and just kind of soak up the experience, soak up the positivity, and surround yourself with like minds. So if you guys really did enjoy this video, do me a favor and smashy that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you guys are new to this channel and you guys like what you saw, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you guys are notified every single time I upload new content. My next milestone is 25,000 subscribers on YouTube. And then of course, if you guys have a Twitter account, head over to my Twitter page as well. I'm trying to get that to about 10,000 followers. And again, of course, stay tuned on all my social medias because like I said, I am working on some really, really big stuff that I'm really excited for to be able to announce sometime in the near future. With that being said, life is too freaking short, so eat some delicious food, drink some delicious drinks, do some good in the world, spread some positive vibes, and I'm gonna see everyone on the next crypto video next time.